cheater bull. We actually just barely made it to our elk unit here in Colorado, and never been here before, so not sure what to expect, but anyways, we're just trying to get to learn the unit, drive around, check out some good areas, look for sign, look for tracks, listen for bugles. Didn't hear a single bugle this morning, but just got to this new area and I saw some tracks and some rubs and stuff like that. But process of elimination, and yeah, anyways, welcome to the elk hunt, and hopefully we get into some action. All right, so we got our first bull spotted. Looks like a pretty solid 6. He's got a pile of cows with him, a few satellites. He's got a frame on him though. He's a big mature bull. He might have little fists, I can't tell. Well, we just spotted that group of elk in the same spot as last night. We're gonna bomb down here on the road and hit the trailhead, and we're gonna start working our way up there. We're planning on the wind switching, so we're gonna probably have to wrap around the bull and come in from above him, but we're also assuming that those elk are gonna move down the basin a little bit. Hopefully we can get in on this bull and put an arrow through him. I think he's just a 5. He might be a little 6. All right, on the way down to the trailhead, Nicole just spotted another big group of elk, and it looks like there's at least 2 bulls in it. Can't tell if he's a decent bull.
Yeah. Is he a shooter?
There's 3 bulls in there. One's tiny, tiny. Did you hand me my phone? Thank you. Alright, just gonna get the phone scope on these bulls and get some footage and see what they are. We just found another group of elk. This group is giant. There's a couple solid bulls in this group. What are you thinking?
He's tall. There's a lot of antler on his head. Big beams.
I think the best bull is right in the middle. Just starting to walk right now in front of the green stuff. Ready to go?
Yep.
All right, we're gonna ease over this ridge to where we last saw this giant group of elk, and hopefully we can glass them up or catch them or hear them talking. They were screaming their heads off this morning, so let's just see what we can do. We're gonna go in silent, try to get eyes on them, and then just kind of play it from there. So yeah, that's the plan. We got about a mile uphill to go, and we should be in a good spot if they're still in the area.
I'm gonna go slam a 6.
Nicole's gonna kill that big 6 that was running the herd, and then I'm gonna double up on the next 6 that walks in, and then we're gonna die trying to pack them both. Let's try to get one down for sure.
Let's stick with one for now. Just in case anybody asks about my arrows, I have 4 of these different ones. They shoot my fixed broadheads really well, so I have those in there. Then I have 2 of these that have my other kind of broadheads on that shoot those really well. I'm sighted in for all arrows. They're all shooting the same, so it looks a little funny, but we have a good setup. We got fixed blades on all but 2 arrows, so we're good to go.
He's not that far. Down below us, the wind's blowing up. Let's get set up. We're gonna drop down into these pines like 100 yards and get set up.
much closer now, so we think that he's closing the distance right now, and we're set up. Have our decoy and have an arrow nocked, ready to go. So fingers crossed that he's a decent bull and gets within bow range. We're gonna get him.
Alright guys, it's morning number 3. We found another solid bull. This is the bull from the first night. Just put the phone scope on him. As you can see, he's just a pretty solid bull. Got a good frame on him. Definitely a shooter with a bow here. He's in a pretty decent spot, but if he keeps going, he's going to be off the unit. So hopefully he'll stay put, but I'm just going to kind of watch him and see what he does.
It is morning number 3, and we got up a little bit late this morning, but still were able to glass up our bigger bull that we had found a couple mornings ago, and he actually crossed over off the unit. So we saw a couple other bulls, and we're kind of just going in blind basically right now. Gonna do a little hike and do some locator bugles and see if we can get anything to answer us back. I'm excited to see what today brings. On we go.
Yep. So we just found this pretty sweet little wallow. I'm gonna mark it on our Onyx Hunt app. They have a wallow. See that? A wallow option. I'm gonna mark that. Hit save. And we're good to go. The more we can learn and mark up these maps, the better our chances are of future success in here. So this is a brand new unit to us. We've never been here before. Stuff like this is pretty priceless to find. So anyways, we're gonna keep going. We're gonna gain some elevation because the thermals have switched and are blowing up the mountain now, so we don't want everything above us to smell us. We saw some bulls go into the tree maybe like a mile to our south, so we're gonna try to get above them and see if we can get one to respond, if he's acting fired up or not. So
Sure smells like elk right here.
oh yeah, you can smell him big time. Looks like some elk were probably in here this morning.
Awesome. So we got up to where we saw those 2 bulls this morning, and we're calling. Can't hear anything. Nothing's answering back this morning. So we got to where we thought we saw them at in the flat, where they dropped down into the timber, and we popped down into the timber right where we saw them. Found a big fresh track, so stayed on that track. Went down another 100 yards and called a little. Spooked one of those bulls out. He took off, and we called, stopped him. He got curious, came back, and I got set up really fast, and Skynic got set up behind me calling, and he got into 20 yards and got hung up and just stared at me for the last 15 minutes. My legs are asleep because I was kneeling down. That was awesome. He's just a little tiny ragdoll, just a little 5-point, but we're hoping that bigger one was with him, but we haven't seen any sign of him yet, so we'll probably keep moving along through this timber and making stands, calling, and just try to make something happen. Well, we just barely found out that our camera has not been recording audio for 2 weeks. So our last 2 hunts, we've lost a lot of our best footage. Yesterday, all those elk encounters, we were in elk for 6 hours, basically all day after that, on and off, gone, all filmed on this camera. The audio did not work for some reason. The mic was malfunctioning. One of the best days of elk hunting I've ever had before. Such a bummer after all that effort, time we spent to try to capture it. But we'll try to make it work the best we can and get better stuff from here on out. We need some better luck anyways, so.
Alright guys, got the big bull found that we chased the other day with Nicole that we couldn't get to come in. Just a big 6. He's got all the cows. Looks like he's bugling again, which is good. We went all day yesterday without hearing a single, well, I heard one bugle last night and that was it.
Morning of day 4. We spotted that big bull again this morning, and same spot as last time. Same spot where we got into the middle of them and got him within 40 yards basically all day, and he just hung up, wouldn't come in. But today, we have a little bit of a different strategy. We just barely got to the trailhead and we're hiking in, but there's already 2 other trucks in that have beat us, so they're definitely going to be on the same group of elk, which is very problematic. But we're going to get started on the other side today and kind of anticipate them being bumped. So that's the plan. Need a little luck. He's a stud bull, by far the best we've seen.
So we are 99% sure that those other hunters blew out that group of elk. We looked at our Onyx maps, and because it didn't go out the way he went out the other day, so we looked at our Onyx maps and found 2 canyons that are most likely that they dropped down into. There's actually a trail right below them, so we're gonna regroup, but then we're gonna get on that trail and hike in and see if we can hear him or get him to respond. So that's the update. It's the weekend, public land, so people everywhere. But that's hunting. Just keep going. See if we can turn him back up or something else. We had our house pulled up on the GPS and we were headed out of here. We were heading home, and I actually got a text from somebody that I met on the mountain that has a sheep tag, and he's been kind of giving us elk updates, and we've been trying to give him sheep updates, but we haven't found any sheep. So, but anyways, we were driving and just about to hit the highway, and some text rolled in saying, hey, we found your bull that you've been chasing. He's over here, and which is really awesome, by the way. So we obviously switched course. Anyways, can't get there in the truck because it's not a truck road. And we're gonna take the bikes in, and hopefully the bulls will still be talking. He said 2 big herds merged together, including the big bull we've been chasing. So we're gonna hop on the bikes and get going.
Alright guys, I just made it to the trailhead and nobody's here, so I think we have the bull to ourselves if he's still here. We just got the bikes locked up to the tree, got in here silently. So we're gonna go up a little bit farther and let out a locator bugle so we can see exactly where they're at. And then once we have them pegged, we're gonna go in quiet and get right up in his grill within as close as we can. See if we can call the sucker in and get him killed. So we were supposed to be heading home right now. So thank goodness for friends on the mountain that hooked it up and told us where he was at today, because we didn't see him on the other side where he was supposed to be. So keep you guys updated with the action and let's do this. I just hammered the cheater bull. He had a big cheater. He's not a giant bull, but it's the last day of the hunt and he's got a cheater and he came into 10 yards. He circled around me. And he just ran up around me somewhere over here. Hammered him. Switch me spots. He's a raghorn, but he's got a flyer that's like 8 inches long. Switch me spots and let's go. I hammered him. How far? 10. Did you go through it? Yeah. Oh. I
I saw one circling down. So I grabbed my bow.
Freaking nice.
Next thing I know, I saw it coming up there. There's another bull bugling down there. How big is he?
He's small. He's a 6 point.
Is it cool though?
Yeah.
6x6.
He has a cheater that's this long, so.
Oh my gosh. We can't forget the case.
Like this wide.
I don't care. I heard the arrow hit him.
Switch me
Did it go through him?
It was sticking out that far.
Where'd you hit him?
Right behind the shoulder. This far back. Let's call the big one in and kill him. Get set up. Get set
Fire it up now.
Get set up. Rip a bugle and go to my back.
Nicole just hammered a bull. We're still in the middle of them, so we're gonna quietly track and see if we can get another one.
Easy. First blood. We're on his trail.
Archery ball.
First archery ball. 10 yards, 11 yards. Worked perfect, called him in. Skylar's awesome calling, got him in close. Set up, worked out just how we planned it. Freaking hammered him.
We're gonna go kill another one right now. Nice work, babe. You smoked him. Hold on, let me set this down.
Maybe he didn't actually have a cheater.
No cheater. I don't see a cheater either, but that's alright.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have a cheater. I must have been pretty excited or saw this thing, but we freaking got him.
Look at that shot. What do you think?
I'm pretty stoked. That was awesome. It's a heck of a lot better than going home with tag soup. We were leaving today. It was a very slow morning, a super hot day, no bugles anywhere. It's very discouraging, and it's the weekend and there's just been people everywhere. It's been freaking tough hunting, but managed to get within about 150 yards of the group silently and got set up and kind of just called our way into the timber. We did 3 different stands in the timber. What's that? We did 3 different calling stands in the timber. We did one in 150, one in 150 more, did another one in 150 more, did another one, and that's when everything lit up because we were right in their grill. So there's more bugling right down here. So we're gonna mark him and come back for him in about an hour. He'll be fine. Yeah, I hear that. He's right there. We're gonna try to get a double. And we're gonna go set up again, start calling, and see if we can call in the big bull this time. So let's go see if we can get another one double up. We got them all loaded up. Skylar's pack. He's got 2 big bags of boned out meat, and that's me. I have 1 big long bag of deboned out meat, and Skylar broke him in half, manhandling him around. Snapped his skull plate right in half.
After I already saw the skull plate.
Yeah, we were skull capping him and moving him around, and it just snapped in half, but I guess it makes it easier to pack him around.
Is it that heavy?
It is.
Then how heavy is mine gonna be?
Real heavy.
Loaded down.
Alright, we just made it back to the trailhead. Took a lot longer than we thought. We got stuck in the bottom in some tall willows and really had a hard time getting around, but we finally made it. We're beat. It's freaking heavy, heavy loads. We got the whole elk out in 1 load, deboned it while getting all of the meat, and we're back to our Bakcou E-Bikes. These things are gonna be packing out their first elk, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, well, we just got back and we're putting the meat in these saddle bags.
Got 1 bag in that
We
one.
got 1 bag in.
We moved all the meat onto Skylar's bike. Those saddle bags are the only way to pack meat. My center of gravity was too high when we set the meat bag right on top. But these saddle bags, freaking money. Good morning, everybody. It's opening morning of the Colorado muzzleloader hunt. Both me and Skylar have tags. We just got a good night's sleep in our truck setup. We actually have a video earlier this year of us setting this up. You can check that out right here. It's actually been really nice. It's saved us a lot of money in hotels, and we sleep really good back here. So if you want to check out that video, see what we did there, it's totally worth converting your truck to a sleeper. So yeah, we're getting set up and gonna go get to the trailhead hopefully before first light. Let's get it.
All right, guys, we just got to the trailhead. Got the Bakcous loaded up on our little trailer, and we're gonna get our packs packed and hit the trail. We're a little late this morning, but we're stoked to be here. Can't wait to get up there and see what this place looks like.
We're finally packed up. Got the bikes, all loaded down with our gear, and it's time to hit the trail. We're ready to go.
Let's do it.
And hopefully we'll go up in here and find a big old buck. We're gonna go set up camp first though and see if we can cruise up these trails. Never been here before. Hopefully it produces. It's beautiful out here though. Excited to be here, and this is the makings of a true adventure. What do you think?
Let's go.
You like the bikes?
Oh yeah. Well guys, if you don't have a Bakcou E-Bike, you need one. You're missing out on a whole lot of fun. That's about all I can say. We're gonna go find some big bucks, and yeah, super stoked to be here. Muzzy hunt. Me and Nicole both have tags. It's the first time we've ever had both had early season muzz tags, so hoping to get it done on 2 big bucks and have fun doing it. Also, speaking of Bakcou, use our code Skynic, SKYNIC, to save 300 bucks. And it supports our channel big time, which allows us to do more of this and bring you guys more awesome content. So thank you for the support, and go check them out.
Let's kill some big bucks now.
Let's kill some big bucks. Got these babies loaded down with camp and food. Having a heck of a time already.
Skylar had a little trail accident. He whizzed by this big old log and scuffed off one of his saddlebags, and it broke right off. They need to do some metal buckles on these, so Bakcou, if you're watching this, we request metal buckles on your bags.
Or just learn how to drive. It's the widest part of the trail. She's golden now. We're up here.
We're in the basin. We made it to the top of the mountain, and right now we have been doing a little bit of recon looking for water and a camping spot. Skylar went down, hiked down off this basin and found some water and found an old cabin down here. We're about to go explore it, but the cabin's actually on the only flat spot on the mountain, so we might go camp right by it. So let's go check this thing out and do a little exploring. We're up on the mountain at 12,000 plus feet, and it's all public land, and there's this random cabin here, like in the middle of nowhere, no roads to it. I don't know what it is. Let's go check it out.
It's all locked up. It's on public land, so I don't know. Maybe National Forest built it. Yeah, kind of crazy. Up here in the middle of nowhere. No trails, nothing. So, pretty cool. All right, guys. Well,
Boom.
we finally,
Camp is set.
boom, we finally got camp set up. As you see right there, it took forever, but
Yeah, we're probably into
time to go
this
find
setup.
bucks, yeah?
We're into this setup like 2 hours. We had
Oh,
to
yeah,
dig
at
out
least.
a flat spot because there's nowhere around.
Well, before
and
that, I had to come down and confirm that there was water down here.
I had to chop roots with my trekking pole, and We got the tent set up and she's golden now. We're gonna sleep good. We slept like shit in Nevada, so this time we were like guaranteed we are making sure this tent is flat. The last time it was slanted, we didn't sleep, so.
She's flat now.
Now we know.
Go find us a big
Set
old
your
buck.
tent flat or you won't sleep. That's all.
Well, we're doing some late night water filtering.
Water up here in the high country is a precious commodity. When you can find a little spring like this, that's everything for your hunt.
That's much better.
So we just got up on top of the mountain after the worst night of sleep ever. Skylar's just making fun of me because she heard me tossing and turning all night.
She was sighing in despair all night. I was sleeping great, and all of a sudden I'd hear, and then she'd toss and turn, and then she'd nudge me.
There's nothing worse than a shitty night's sleep. There's really not. And it just sets the tone for the whole day.
We do have an elk bugling below us.
Yeah, we got an elk bugling below us, so that's cool. We saw a couple bucks right above camp, just some 2 points and does. And I'm about to go mob this bike up a big hill. The other side of the mountain is a huge basin that looks really good. So I think we definitely need to get up there, but the hill is sketch. We're gonna go up there. These bikes, they're good, but they definitely have power limitations and torque limitations. So we're gonna put this thing to the test and just see how powerful and how torquey it actually is. You guys should see this hill.
Show 'em it.
Gotta get a run on this thing, so let's hope we don't crash.
That's about what I thought. That's a steep hill. She's still getting it though. Not bad.
We just got up here to the top and peeked over, and there's a group of bucks feeding a few hundred yards away. It looks like 4 that we can see. No shooters in the 4, but we can't see anything below the group, so we're gonna sneak closer.
They're all facing away.
Okay, let's sneak in on them.
Three velvet bucks. 2 of them are 3 points. Nothing big though. You see anything else with your tens? Alright, we got our first bachelor group of the hunt over here. Nothing big yet though. top of the world. The Bakcou's chasing big bucks. Alright guys, we are gonna try this new flavor from Peak for lunch. Bison Ranch Mashers, Chad Mendez signature meal. Let's give it a go. Nicole's running the stove. Well, as you just saw a couple bucks. One decent 4-point and then a goofy 3x2 still in the velvet. But I'm as far as I wanted to get tonight on the bikes to overlook all this brand new country, and it looks great. So I'm gonna get perched up, do a little glassing, probably for an hour or so, and then I'm gonna hunt my way out, get back to where I saw those bucks right at prime time, just in case there's more with them, because they were in kind of some thicker timber, so easily could have missed a buck or two that was with them. But anyways, that's the update. Found me a nice little pond up here. It's got some deer tracks, elk tracks around it, so yeah, it's looking good. Just gonna get behind the glass and see what we can find. Well, I think we are on day 5 or 6 of our hunt. We actually ended up having to come off the mountain a day and a half ago because some crazy weather rolled in. It rained and thundered and lightning for 2 days straight. Dumped a ton of water, but we got the bikes back loaded up at the trailhead. And we are getting ready to hit the trail. So here we go. We got 3.5 days to make it happen.
I just barely parked the bikes and I spotted 3 bucks across the way.
Wow, we just got up here to the saddle, parked the bikes, and Nicole spotted a group of bucks. So we're gonna check them out and see what they are. Biggest buck of the trip. Alright guys, I'm filming. We got this buck. This is by far the biggest buck of the trip. He's real narrow, good fronts, heavy. I just don't know if he's quite.
Does he have eye guards?
I haven't seen yet.
You can't ever judge him from the back.
No, we need a better look.
Looks like he might have a small body, like a 3-4-year-old buck.
Eye guards. Real short too on that left. I'm gonna say he's probably not a shooter. Two on his right's a lot better.
Let me look at him through the scope.
I want to see the other one. He's got a big body, look.
capture at least 4. Let's see him through the scope.
We found a pretty solid buck tonight. Real tall, heavy, pretty deep forks. Just a big typical, really narrow, sweet buck. But he's too far away to make a move tonight. We found him pretty late, so we're deciding if I'm gonna shoot him or if Nicole's gonna shoot him. We gotta find him again first, so
Who's first up?
I'm first up, so the only way Nicole will shoot him is if I pass on him.
You're not gonna pass.
We'll see. But we're gonna head back to camp, get some sleep, and get back up here in the morning. Alright guys, it's the next morning. We're getting after it, heading up to the bikes. Gonna swap out the batteries, hit the trail, try to find that buck again or something else. So Nicole says her predictions for this morning are that we're gonna see more deer up here than we ever have. Hopefully she's right. Well, so far no luck relocating that buck today. We were glassing his basin at first light, and not a single deer. We actually have not seen a single deer today. But we put miles down on the bikes, miles down on our boots, and man, we were getting our butts kicked. Nicole's up here glassing on this point. I just walked a little rim because it's a portion of the basin you can't see. Hoping to find something bedded down in there, but no luck. Not being negative or anything, but also at first light we had a random group of 8 hikers come through and get up on the point right above where we saw that buck last night, and they were being extremely loud. So hopefully the bucks are used to that kind of thing up here in the high country. Lots of hikers and people getting out, but hopefully it didn't screw things up. But I'm gonna get back to Nicole, and then we're probably gonna ride the bikes back to where we found him from last night. We're just gonna spend the rest of the day there, kind of bank on him coming out. If he comes out, we'll be able to whip back up here and wrap around and make a move on him. So we'll see. That's the update. Getting our butts kicked. That's advanced riding right there. We have taken these bikes to some insane places on this trip. Haven't found any deer. Well, we found a few, but we would be absolutely dead without these, just for all the miles we've put down in rough country. We've cruised along these high country tops pretty easily, taking it in some crazy steep country, and super impressed. The steep country eats up batteries pretty quick, but we're getting at least a full day out of each battery and a lot of riding too. So they're freaking awesome. Can't recommend them enough. Go check them out. Well guys, got camp all loaded up. We actually spent another day and a half looking for that buck with no luck. We didn't really see anything, so that's why there's a lack of video there. But so last night we hunted some different country, left the tent up here just in case we were gonna come back. But last night we actually found a really good buck coming out into some meadows down in some lower stuff, but just couldn't quite make it happen. Got dark too fast and he got away from us. So today is the very last day, and we're really hoping to go get him. So we're banking everything on that buck coming out again, in the same general area. And yeah, so I'm hauling butt. I'm gonna haul this camp up to the bikes and ride back down to the trail. And then me and Nicole are gonna get after it and go try to find that buck tonight. So fingers crossed. If we don't get him tonight, we'll be heading to Wyoming to chase elk tomorrow. So it's been a super rough start to the year, but I guess that's just how hunting goes sometimes. And hopefully our luck will change here soon. But anyways, we really appreciate the support. Hopefully we got a big buck coming here soon. So I'm not gonna say bye yet, but yeah, thanks for watching up till now, and let's go see what we can do. Buck has a big body, look at him. Smoked him. Stay on him. It's a big boar. We got a video and we gotta go kill that bear. Close. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. It is, I believe, May 6th or 7th. We're on our very first hunt. We're here hunting black bears. We got here kind of late tonight, but we're super pumped. Lots of green grass. Things are looking good. So we're actually going to get on our Bakcou E-Bikes right here and hopefully make it up to a glassing point before dark. If not, we'll see some cool country and go from there. But we're really hoping to get up to where we can see a bunch of country and hopefully glass up a bear tonight. So it's our first time ever here in the area, and we're excited to be here. If you're new to the channel, make sure to go and subscribe and like this video. Thanks for watching.
All right, here we go. The first hunt off the bikes this year. Stupid pine cones. Check this out. This whole trail filled with pine cones. It's been interesting. I'm looking at a bear right now. I'm watching it for like a minute if it hasn't moved. I see lots of bears.
We didn't have much time tonight. We just kind of covered country and glass as we went. Bumped into a few groups of elk. I don't usually get super excited about, I mean I do. I love new gear and stuff like that. But right now I just have to rant and rave a little bit about these Bakcou E-Bikes. And this is 100% genuine. Like, we got to use them a little bit last year, but we got snowed in on the hunt, so we didn't get to use them as much. We didn't really see what they were capable of, but tonight we covered 2.5, 3 miles tonight, and it felt like no time stopping and glassing. Like, it would have taken us hours to hike up here, and going up these switchbacks, I'm going 10, 11 miles an hour. Just incredible, really. You got to be careful. You got to learn how to ride them, but wear a helmet. But man,
They're silent.
they're silent. We came right up on
Dirt
those
bikes
elk.
are loud.
They had no idea.
They blow everything out, and these are just like dead quiet going all the way in.
Like, seriously, I haven't been this excited about something in a long time. Like, these bikes are a must. If you hunt in the backcountry or utilize these motorcycle trails and things like that, you're crazy not to get one. I'm pretty jacked right now, if you can't tell. We didn't see a bear tonight, but I don't care. I haven't had this much fun
We're
on the
having so
mountain in
much
a long
fun.
time. So Anyways, enough of
All
that.
right, let's get back.
We're gonna head back to the truck. So it is day 2. We're hiking in. We're getting off the road system. It's a Saturday, super busy. There's people everywhere. We're gonna hike back into this stuff, into this country, and get up on a high glassing point. And these bears this time of year are way more visible than any other time of year. They're just barely coming out of their dens from hibernation. And the bears' main focus right now is eating and making up for the lack of eating during hibernation. And these bears, most of their diet this time of year consists of really green grass. So we're hoping, there's not a ton of green grass right now. We're hoping we can find little shoots and little parks of green grass and hopefully turn up some bears that are coming out to feed in them. Super fun time of year to be out here. There's deer and elk and animals everywhere, and hopefully a few bears, so let's do it. Couple hours later, and we're finally getting close to where we want to glass. Never seen it before, but hopefully it looks good. We're gonna get up here and glass until dark and hopefully turn up a bear. If not, we'll just head out of here in the dark, and depending on what we see, make a plan for tomorrow.
What you doing?
About to win $50,000.
I won $0, but I got the fast cash bear, so that's a sign for our bear hunt. Definitely gonna kill one now.
I got the wolf.
You got the wolf, and you won $5.
Yep, and I won $5 so
Let's
far.
see it.
Getting rich. All right, guys. Well, it is day 3. We are getting our butts kicked. We have yet to see a bear. Didn't think it would be this hard, but we are struggling. We've been covering a lot of country, glassing a lot of great looking stuff, but no luck. So we picked out a trail on Onyx, and looks good. It kind of gets off the beaten path a little bit, and we're gonna take these bikes up there and hopefully glass the rest of the night and maybe turn something up.
This trail, I couldn't make it all the way up. See if Skylar can make it. Don't stop! gonna glass all of this. See if there's a bear out feeding right now. We have a light rainstorm and things should be up on their feet. We've seen deer and elk up feeding, so if there's bears, they'll be out feeding somewhere, hopefully.
Oh,
what?
I thought I saw a bear on that ridge, but it's a cow elk.
Oh,
Saw it with my naked eye.
saw her moving. Dang it.
It's an elk, and there's a couple deer right there too. Well, we rode those amazing Bakcou E-Bikes clear to the top of the world, and you can see a lot of country off both sides too. If we don't see anything tonight, I'd be really surprised, but you never know. And if we don't, we'll probably end up back up here tomorrow or the next day, depending on what happens. Just spotted a chocolate bear, 100% a bear. He's just right over here in a perfect spot, but we're gonna look at him and see what it looks like. See if he's good. I don't see it. You follow the trail and he's just on the opposite hill. I don't think it's very big. Beautiful color, but it's super pretty. I'm trying to wait for it to get out from behind a bush, but it looks kind of lanky. Yeah. Looks like it might have some big ears. Yeah. Oh.
Let's just wait for it to turn.
Yeah, it's a little young bear.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Beautiful color though. Just mowing that grass down. Yeah, we can't shoot that thing.
So we pulled up the scope on this thing. Sure enough, it's our first confirmed bear of the trip on day 3. It's a beautiful chocolate colored bear, and he just isn't quite big enough. He's just a little guy, but he's still super cool to see. Same ridge as us, just probably 2,000 yards out. But their animals are popping out everywhere tonight. We have groups of elk everywhere. We have deer coming out. We have maybe another bear or a moose we're waiting on, but it's been a crazy night so far and a nice change compared to what things have been. So we're gonna keep putting the glass to work and see if we can turn up a shooter boar. So I just picked up another bear, but it's getting pretty dark. We're probably gonna head back down the trail soon, but it's pretty exciting. We're finally in the bears and it's freaking go time. We're going to come back in here tomorrow. This place looks beautiful. There's just green ridges everywhere and a little bit of burn in between and timber, and it's right at the snow line, just like the perfect bear habitat. Give us an interview.
Go ahead, you spotted it.
Go ahead.
Well, it's day 4. We're back where we were last night. And it's probably like 4 o'clock. And Nicole just spotted the first bear of the night.
Looks like a chocolate.
Looks like a chocolate.
I mean, it is a chocolate, a good sized one.
You can see it with your naked eye.
Yeah, you can, now that you know where it's at. You see it? Something weird's going on with its back leg, though.
Babe, it has a white patch on its chest.
Shut up.
And it's a good bear.
Does not have a white patch.
It does.
That's my dream. Let me see it.
It's a big boar, and he's waddling.
Let me see.
We got a video, and we gotta go kill that bear.
Let me look.
You can zoom in more.
That's as far as I can go. Alright guys, we're gonna go after this bear, no doubt. This thing is freaking solid. It's a big bear. Just barely fed out. It's in some gnarly stuff with rocky stuff, rocky knobs and broken timber. And we're gonna go make a move on this bear, see if we can get him. It looks like there's mud or something on his back end. I thought it looked like a mange at first.
Yeah, it looks like mud.
But it looks like mud. We've been getting
flat back. It's a big boar.
Broken rain showers all day. So I don't know what it is. Skylar says he has a white patch on his chest, which was my #1 dream bear going in on this hunt.
I think he does.
Big chocolate with a white patch. Did you just make that up?
80% chance it could have been the white dirt under him, but
It's on your phone.
I know where he's at.
Let's take a picture of this.
This is the only river that comes out in there.
Alright, so we watched that bear for another 15 minutes, and he's just cruising, working his way across that basin. He even crossed one more. So we're hustling, crossing the bottom and hauling ass up the side where he's at. And gonna go get on a knob and try to intercept him. We're taking a little bit of a gamble right now, trying to get out in front of him. He's working to the right, so we're gonna anticipate that. Come up on a knob that's within 300 or 400 yards of where he's at. So I gotta put this away so I can get up there, but we're hustling to get up there before he's out of here for good. Swirling. One swirling, blowing up slightly.
This country is gnarly. We're trying to get up to that point. Hopefully see him coming out.
We just made it to the knob we were trying to get to. We can almost see right where he was at in the beginning. We're wrapping around this way, and the farther we go, the more it opens up based on where he was at. Then we're gonna gain some elevation and pop out over the top, just sneak over slowly. See if we can glass him up. Hopefully he hasn't went too far, and hopefully he's not like in the timber. So we're gonna sneak up here and then sit here and see if we can glass him up. We're close. We're almost within shooting distance though. We could run into him anywhere.
Take your time. Take your time. Solid. Shot over him. Okay, he took off. He shot over him. Just hold on.
How far over?
Quite a ways.
How far?
A foot. Were you solid?
Yeah.
Just get ready for him to come back out somewhere.
Well, had my chance at my dream bear, and I missed. Shot over his back. I'm not quite sure what happened. I'm not really sure, but I'm pretty devastated. It went right over his back, and you could see him run back into the timber, and we haven't seen him come out yet, so we think he might
if you can kill him before he goes behind that boulder. 450. Actually, that boulder doesn't matter, okay. Okay, he's behind the boulder. He's gonna come out to the left. Let me double check the range. Got 450. See him?
You ready?
Yep, take your time. Wait for him to stop. Wait. He's not going anywhere. Wait for him to clear. Okay. Just take your time.
Can you video me?
Nope, I'm working on following him. Smoked him. Stay on him. He definitely has a white patch. Stay on him. If he gets up at all, shoot him again. Shoot him again.
The frickin' bear came back out. We spotted Skylar headed up the hill and found him in front of some boulders. Like somehow he snuck out in front of us. And I waited, took my time. It was like 400 yards at that point, so he had gotten closer. And he stopped broadside. I smoked him, dropped him. He rolls down the hill like going super fast down the hill, stops. I get another one in him and he keeps going down the hill. He's like dragging himself and running down the hill as he's roaring, and following him in my scope the whole way, trying to get another shot, and he disappears into the timber. And right now, he's in the bottom of this thick timber. He's got 2 good shots in him, but he was not dead when I saw him last, so we're gonna have to go in after him before it gets dark. You don't want to mess with a wounded bear, that's for sure. So we're gonna get above him, work our way down slowly from a distance, and see if we can find him somewhere in the bottom, hopefully dead.
Okay. Well, we started working along this edge, just looking down into the bottom because we thought he might still be alive somehow. Tough sucker. We'll have to review the footage and see where we hit, but we looked down in the bottom and sure enough, he was down there. He was basically dead, but he was wiggling a little bit and we don't want him to suffer, so Nicole put another shot into him and I think he's done now. So what do you think? Was that like one of the craziest moments of hunting in your life?
Wow.
That was crazy. It's a beautiful time of year to be out here in God's country, in these mountains. There's deer, elk, moose, bears. It's just great times with my best friend. Oh, I'd say.
What?
I told you it was big.
First bear in the books. Pretty stoked.
Yeah, so now we gotta skin this thing and
an adrenaline rush like nothing I've ever had, like watching him roar and run down the hill and roll down the hill. I've never experienced anything like that before. It's like pure terror and adrenaline, and so I'm super thankful for this bear, and we're gonna use every bit of this thing, probably gonna full body mount it and take all of his meat, and I can't even explain like how much this moment means to me.
All right, guys, so we just realized that you hadn't really seen this bear, but actually a really big boar.
I mean, look at this thing. For me to not only find this bear on a 4-day hunt, public land, 2 years of hunting before we've got one of these things. I'm just so thankful for this bear and this experience and the challenge of hunting bears this time of year. It's just unlike anything else you can do. So now we're gonna skin him, quarter him out, pack all the meat. Guess what we brought? Last light rope for skinning this bear. How awesome is that going to be?
Yep.
So this thing is a battery pack and a solar charger and a light. So this thing will charge your phone like what, 8 times they said? And it recharges itself with solar. It has a little solar panel on it. It's midnight and we're just barely starting to get the meat loaded up. We've left it out to cool. So we're on the home stretch. Just gotta finish the loadout and we're gonna head down off this mountain. It's late.
Hopefully get to bed by about 1.
Oh, hopefully.
1:30.
It's gonna be a late one. Oh, careful.
Yeah. This is probably top 3, maybe top 5 heaviest packs I've ever had. Ever. We're gonna have to go up and over this though. Oh. 1:45 in the morning. Good work.
Our very short hunt just barely came to an end. We got what we were here for and we're headed home tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching and make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have tons of great content coming up and even more that you can watch that we've already posted. And yeah, dream hunt come true, dream bear. All in all, it's gonna be one of my favorite memories. So until next time.
You guys see that? Is it going?
Boom.
We're driving out to this little point to look for bears, and I look out the window and there's a brown elk shed right there. So,
First of the year.
yeah. Welcome to the first bear hunt on the channel. Welcome back, and we're gonna go pick this brown shed up right now. So let's go grab it. Got me?
It's a pretty solid little shed.
It's not bad.
Dark brown.
Heck yeah. Color on it's awesome. I clean house in this stuff, honestly. I have to start looking a little closer now.
We drove right by it, like literally 10 yards before we saw it.
No, I just looked out and I'm like, holy crap, there's a brown elk shed right there.
Let's see the button on that thing.
It's kind of gnarly.
Let's see it. Nice. It is
Pretty sweet, huh?
a thick old burr on that thing. Heck yeah.
Love the color on it.
Breakfast at lunch.
Well, breakfast at lunch while Nicole was sleeping.
That's a damn good husband right there.
The bacon didn't make it to the plate. I ate it long ago. Blueberry pancakes and camp eggs. You gotta cook the eggs in the bacon grease to make it real good. Let's eat it.
I've got something pretty dang cool to show you guys. We usually sleep in tents or hotels in these kind of hunts, but this time we get to do something a little bit different. One of our good friends is letting us use his family cabin to hunt bears out of. Check that thing out right here, right in there. Take you guys in and look at that. A little bathroom right here, just a sink and stuff. And then a bedroom. And in the living room, we've got elk for days up on the wall. And yeah, lots of cool cabin decor in here. What do you think of the old cabin?
It's pretty sweet. I love it. Makes me want an old hunting cabin. It's the second day here on the bear hunt. Been rained out all morning. It's been rainy and foggy, just terrible weather, but the weather just broke. We're getting out on this glassing point and we're gonna sit here the rest of the night, see if we can turn up a bear.
Just spotted the first bear of the night, but it looks like a boar. Its front legs look like they're pretty thick. Chocolate bear. Just feeding. So I just found that bear again and got a better look at him, and he's definitely not a big bear. He has those long lanky legs and looks like a small to medium sized bear, but cool to see nonetheless. We're in the bears, which is super exciting. We're gonna keep glassing this until dark and hopefully more comes out. It's definitely starting to come alive on that hillside out there. We've seen tons of deer, tons of elk, and one bear now, so let's get those numbers up.
We're about an hour or two into the next morning and no bear sightings yet. So this stuff looks awesome, but so far just one bear, which is a good start, but he wasn't quite big enough, so we're gonna keep looking. Right now I'm just there's a bunch of canyons down here, kind of working this rim down, glassing down into the bottoms. Nicole's up on top on a huge major vantage point looking over a ton of country, so just hoping to turn one up. Got some wild onions just to show Nicole, but we're gonna keep looking, keep going, keep eliminating country until we find something else.
What's up, guys? It's a new day, new game plan. It's freaking raining today. We're gonna start hiking. We're on a closed road that goes for miles back here, so we loaded up our packs and got the gun. We're headed out here looking for big bears and adventure. One of the reasons hunting these bears is so important for the conservation aspect is because the big male boars, they actually will kill the cubs to try to get the sow to come back into estrus to breed. So they're killing cubs as well as killing tons of fawns and elk calves. So there's a huge reason to keep these big boars in control, and that's why we like hunting them. That, and it's an amazing adventure this time of year in the spring, and we love the meat. We have some cool stuff coming up, so make sure you watch till the end of the video to see us cook up some bear.
looks like the fog has rolled in. So I don't think we're gonna be doing much glassing for a while. We're gonna probably hunker down under a tree and wait for this to hopefully break.
We got here and we were hoping that the rain would let up so everything would come out and it would be awesome. We got here and fogged in all around us. Can't see more than 60 yards.
Well, we actually just barely got a weather forecast to load, and it is supposed to be socked in until dark. So we're starting to think that it'd probably be a waste of our time to sit here all day. We've been here for about an hour now waiting for it to clear, and these bears are pretty fair weathered animals most of the time, this time of year. So if the storm would break, it could be really good. We're probably just gonna hunt our way out of here if we can
Hunt our way out?
Yeah, we're gonna walk out because we still can't see more than 100 yards, but
We got there.
we have a bear on the phone scope on the window mount from the truck at like 500 yards.
Check this out. Right in that little clearing, you can barely see it. Spotted it driving by.
We spotted him
naked
miles away, and then we just got closer. And then Nicole said, "There he is."
He's right above somebody's campsite. Probably
right above a wall tent, like 371 yards above the wall tent. Actually.
someone's hunting bears out of a wall tent, and this sucker's right above their tent. She's like sitting down like a person.
Yeah. It's freaking cool. Baby. Oh, she has 2 cubs? 2 cubs. She's getting up now. She is missing a leg.
Shut up.
She is missing a right front leg. Her left front leg. She is completely missing a leg.
What? No way.
No joke.
That's insane. She's like fat, healthy, has babies.
Yeah, this is crazy. Like, just goes to show you how tough these wild animals are. This bear is missing a front leg and still thriving, raising 2 cubs. And herself looks nice and healthy, fat. Crazy. I'm glad I waited for her to stand up.
Dang, look at her go. That's crazy. Right on the trail.
Alright, let's get out of here.
What are we doing?
Are you filming me?
Yeah.
We are unloading one Bakcou bike right here because
Sad.
Nicole is unfortunately dealing with some post-COVID situations where super low energy, all that fun stuff. So
I can't hike. I
yeah,
can't
pretty
walk
much can't
at all.
do much. But anyways, this trail, it goes to that big bear that we found the other night. So I'm hoping he's still there. And we're gonna roll in there and hopefully I'll whack a bear. And looked on my Onyx and this trail looks pretty awesome. Like it goes through some awesome country the whole way. So who knows? I may end up getting into bears before I even get to where I wanna be, but pretty pumped, ready to get after it, feeling good. So hopefully Nicole's better in a couple days and ready to tag along. But yeah, let's do it. Well, I'm about 6 miles in, and it looks like I'm up here. It should start to open up real good, but there's been bear sign on the trail and lots of really good looking country, so hopefully when it opens up I can see. So far so good on the bike, just been trucking along. Just came around the corner and snuck right up on this bull. He's actually with another bull, but my wind just shifted, so he might be smelling me now. All right, well, there's a bear up the ridge. Looks like a pretty good one, so I'm gonna try to hurry and gain some elevation and hopefully get within shooting range, but we're running out of daylight fast, so it's gonna happen fast or it's not gonna happen at all, but here goes nothing. So, not freaking 2 minutes ago, that sow and cub ran 20 yards in front of me. They just like, you can barely see them. This is phone footage, but the other bears be up higher. That was sketch. All of a sudden I looked up and they ran right by me. Got a big bear found. Just made it to the bike. And I've got to cover some serious country, so probably not going to be many updates. And I'm going to get going, so. I'm 1,400 yards away. There's like 5 or 6 bears. They're all trying to breed a sow. So I still got a little bit of time, but holy crap, I've never seen anything like that. I'm gonna keep going, pick the biggest one and hopefully get a shot. We'll see. Still got a little bit of time to make it happen. Well, that was crazy. I got up here, ended up glimpsing 3 of the bears. There was at least 6 or 7. But never got a shot. It's too thick. You can just see pieces of the meadow, so I'm gonna start working my way out of here. It's gonna be a long way out. It's 11:15 p.m. Just made it back to my stash. Unfortunately, no bear nuggets to go along with it, but maybe tomorrow. We got 2 more days on the hunt. But just gonna grab these, throw them in the bike, saddlebags, and get going. Well, made it back to the truck at 12:05. Just realized I lost my pistol on my hip. So I'm gonna review my last video and see if I can see it. But I guess we'll probably be looking for that tomorrow. What a day. I'm going for like 14 hours now, so. Nice bed, sounds pretty good. Only one bear today, so not the greatest news, but I do have some good news. I backtracked an extra mile, and right where I had to get off and push the bike because there's a fallen tree around the trail. Let me turn this camera around. Oh, that is sweet goodness for my eyes right there. The pistol is safe and with us. So that's a good day. I did not want to leave this on the mountain, and I'm glad somebody didn't steal it. But anyways, got a little rain on it, so we're gonna have to clean it up when we get home, but thank goodness. What's up, guys? We are back. We're here hunting spring bear. Super excited to be out here. It's the best time of year. All this fresh green grass has got these bears out. They just came out of hibernation, and their main diet right now is all this bright green grass. So we're keying in on all that. We're actually in a spot that we found last year. We found a really sweet looking bear we call Carmelo, and because he's got like a caramel color to him, but he's quite a ways in here. So snowed a lot more this year, so things could definitely be different, but we're hoping to get in here and find him tonight. And we got the bike all loaded down, and we're gonna ride in here and see what we can find. But super excited to be out. Glad to have you guys here watching and following along, and yeah, let's go get it. Oh my gosh. I just shot that bear. He's definitely not moving good. I hit him solid 3 times. After the first shot, I was just trying to get more in him just to ensure it, but looks like a big bear. We might have to go. Let's go have a look. Oh my gosh. I just shot a freaking bear.
No.
Yeah, no joke. I freaking...
Where? Are you freaking serious? Is he dead?
I think he was barely moving when I saw him last, and I drilled him every freaking time, but...
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was literally just parked on my bike and on the trail, and I looked down at my phone because I knew I had service right there, and I looked over and it was just glowing in a big bright green meadow, and it's a giant chocolate boar. Like, he's huge.
Are you sure?
Yeah, babe, like, I'm serious.
You're lying.
He's way bigger than your bear.
Oh, shut up.
I'm serious. I gotta go though, just in case I gotta.
Crap.
No crap. I gotta go just in case I gotta shoot him again. Okay.
Oh my gosh, I'm so freaking pumped.
Okay,
I'll
love
get
you.
over there as soon as I can.
Okay, love you. Bye. Well, the bipod broke. But I got a few more shots in it. And made her count, I guess. All right, we're gonna go see if we can get this bear. He was not getting along well at all when I saw him last. Just got to be super careful with these wounded bears. You can see right here where he went down the mountain. So I'm gonna just ease down this and see if I can see him. I can see him right here. I'm assuming he's dead because he didn't hardly go anywhere from the last shot, but can't be too careful. So we're gonna ease down here. Then I'm probably gonna hike out, tag him, hike out and get Nicole so we can share this experience together. So we've been hunting our butts off over the past few years to get some bears down, and we're starting to get her figured out, but whew, that was wild. Not seeing him breathing at all. Holy crap. That's a big old bear. Got him. Holy crap, that was insane. Bear hunting is so much fun, but it's wild. This is a big bear. Definitely my biggest bear. Big boar. He didn't go maybe 80 yards. So we got us a big old bear down, and I'm gonna go get Nicole. We're gonna come back, get some pictures, skin this thing up, and get some delicious bear meat, and yeah, see if we can get her one. She's got a tag in her pocket too. Oh, it's been a long time coming.
Oh my gosh. You killed it?
I shot that. Wait, I get even better footage. Just let me get to the good stuff.
Holy hell, its belly literally is touching the ground. That's gotta be the biggest bear I've ever seen.
I'm telling you, like when I saw it.
Holy and right in that bright green patch of grass.
Yeah, wait till you see it.
Oh my hell. That is a freaking slob. What? And that's the first bear you saw? You just came up on
Yeah, I just parked the bike and looked out, and I'm like, oh, there's a bear. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's a giant.
Oh, that one will do.
And went after it.
Yes.
So I rolled up to here,
Yeah.
felt my phone go off, stopped, looked at it. I usually stop here and look anyways because it looks so perfect.
Yeah.
But I haven't ever seen anything here. And then all of a sudden I look up from my phone with my naked eye and I'm like, there's a freaking bear in that green grass.
That's such a perfect spot.
And then yeah, the rest is history. But it was super simple. Just I booked it down the ridge to that big tall ponderosa right down there, laid down, and got it.
So you just dropped your bike and then walked down to that tree.
Yeah, I followed the tree so he couldn't see me, and then went to that big ponderosa.
And he didn't hear you or anything.
Oh no, he had no clue.
If you would have been on a motorcycle, he would have blown out.
He was only, from here, he was only 600 yards. Could have.
Yeah, you would have blown him out big time on a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, without this, I would have never seen him. Or if I was walking, I would have been at least an hour later than I was, so. Going to get the bear. I can't wait to see him. This is the best day ever. I freaking love this stuff.
Stop smiling. We worked so hard for this. Feels so good that it's finally come together. We had a tough year last year, and so thankful that we just got it done. I can't wait to see this thing.
Somebody a little excited?
A little. I can smell like hella onions right here. We just crossed that little creek and it's all green right here. Those will be amazing with our bear back straps tonight. I think we're gonna see if we can pick some and fry up some bear meat at camp tonight. Let's see, check this out. Little tiny onion. We're getting really close to where this bear's at. It should just be another less than 100 yards away. Down in this hole. This is gonna be a long day of packing, getting all the hide and the meat out and stuff.
What do you think about that bear?
He looks like a fatty.
He's giant.
Holy crap, he's so fat. Holy shit, is that his head?
That's his head.
Oh my gosh, his neck.
I know.
He doesn't even have a neck.
I know. I'm telling you, he's a tank. Isn't that a stud bear?
That is terrifying that these are in the wilderness, just hanging out. This thing is a giant.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at that big old pumpkin head. What
that
a
is
giant.
a stud of a bear.
Look at those. All worn down. Big old Bruin.
Wow.
But he's kind of in a tough spot, so we're gonna have to try to get him out in the open to where we can show him to you guys better. But dream bear for sure. Light muzzle, big old pumpkin head, beautiful chocolate coat, just gorgeous. But we're gonna get him propped up, take some good pictures, and get him skinned out. Some new game bags we're going to test, these Black Ovis sacks, the lightweight game bags. They got a pretty sweet little kill kit in there too, little tarp and everything, so I'm going to get that laid out and we're going to get cutting on this bear, get him taken care of, get them packed out of here. Alright guys, this bear loaded down with fat, which is not super normal for the spring. They're usually pretty lean right now, but this bear's got a big old layer of fat on him. So we're gonna take this fat and we're actually gonna use it and we're gonna render it down and use it for all sorts of stuff. For baking, for cooking. We are getting close to being done with the work for the day. We're gonna load up all this meat. We've got it right there. Working on the back straps and the tenderloins. And yeah, amazing day. Got to spend time with family this morning, go out to breakfast, and then wait on a thunderstorm to roll out of here and kill a bear in the middle of the day. So pretty awesome. Definitely saved some deer fawns and elk calves for sure. This big old bear, I'm sure that was about to be his main source of food here in the next coming months. So predator management is super important, and it's good to keep these big boar numbers in check, especially like not only do they eat elk calves and deer fawns, they'll kill bear cubs and try to get the sow to come back into heat so they can breed again. But yeah, they kill bear cubs and yearling bears all the time. So killing a bear like this will actually help the population tremendously. So anyways, gonna bag this up, get back to the bikes, and get out of here. We're all loaded up. The meat, the hide, the head, everything. And Nicole has some too. We were just getting finished cutting him up and we looked up and there was a bear up above us. And it was a couple hundred yards above us, but we think it was just coming to this green grass. I yelled at it and it took off, went up and over the ridge. So hopefully that's the last bear encounter for the day. And we can get back to the truck, back to the bikes, and then back to the truck, and go out, get back after it again tomorrow. So
Let's get it.
Let's get it. We're gonna pack this thing out. We're gonna eat some back bear straps either tonight or tomorrow, depending on what time we get out of here.
So don't miss it.
So don't miss it. Well, we made it back to the bikes. Had some western stuff go down on the way. Sitting down for a break, and all of a sudden a couple of rocks rolled past us, and assuming it was that bear we scared off. But we're back to the bikes now, and hopefully no more encounters for the night, and we're just off to the truck. So let's get it. These old Bakcous are gonna take us home.
Let's go home.
If I can.
We have a better setup in the beginning, but this is what it looks like now.
Is there any fixing it? Or?
No.
Alright, we're just gonna roll out of here. What a night, huh? These are the nights I remember.
For sure. For
About
better
to
or for
freaking
worse.
die.
She's only 150 yards away.
I smoked a bear. I'll never take it again. Ah. We made it.
Made it back. Woo!
We did a quick measurement, and he's 7 foot from nose to the very back of his hide, but he's 6'6" from the tip of the nose to the tip of the tail. That's big.
That's a freaking giant.
these boots on, I'm probably about 6'1". Well, is he
Looks
way
like
bigger?
a
Huh?
big old bear.
Woo!
Yeah.
Big old bear. We're a little worn out, so we're gonna cook him up tomorrow. But stay tuned, and we're gonna have us some bear back straps.
We made it back. We're here. Got him unloaded. We almost got stalked by a bear on the way out. It was rolling rocks and went across above us. We were pretty nervous on the way out. Didn't love that, but we made it out, and we have a freaking absolute monster of a bear.
Let's go to bed.